Why, hello there, Jeff and Taylor fans. Welcome back to this channel. Yeah, it's been a long time since I uploaded. I think a little over 5 years. Yeah, so what exactly happened? Well, I'll get to that in a bit, but hey, it is Jeff and Taylor's 21st anniversary. Holy man, yes, 21 years since I created this little webcomic here. Bang. So, this video here is gonna be, just chill. Just me talking about the current state of Jeff and Taylor. You guys already know the history. You know the characters. You know the inspirations that led to the creation of this awesome webcomic. So, this video is, I'm not going to recap all of that. I'm just going to focus on the current state of Jeff and Taylor as a series and where it's going. But, yeah, I just want to say that it's good to be back in this channel. I will upload this in my other channel, my main channel, JFM Studios, but I just want to give some love back to Jeff and Taylor Comic on YouTube, since it's been a long time. And if you're a long-time subscriber and is still subscribed, then you're a real one. J&T loves you. Man, the last upload I had was in October of 2020. Yeah, that was a Halloween thing. So, yeah. 5 years of silence. Yeah, so I don't know what was going on. It's just burnout. I felt like at the time the channel wasn't going anywhere. And of course, that was back in 2020. We had, isolation, COVID lockdown, whatnot. Of course, I had my ups and downs around that time, but it was a nice nostalgic time for me. Just laying in my apartment, hanging around, just drawing every day. No day job to worry about. I was living off of my savings, and just being happy, just walking around the neighborhood and drawing. Yeah, and then 2021 came about. That was a good time. But then I started to run out of money. Then I got a job when I was in Montana, where, of course, after 3 weeks, the job kind of felt flat, didn't feel fulfilling, but it did keep me afloat. And then some things happened. Around the beginning of 2022, I made the big decision to move back to my hometown, all the way up in Alaska. And of course I started a new job there, and that's where I'm currently working, while, working on comics here and there. Oh, and I also started another comic series, Malice Mansion, so I got 2 comics to draw, all while having a full-time job. That's quite a feat, I'm surprised I haven't gotten insane yet, but who knows, maybe I already was insane. Who knows? But I was suffering from burnout a little bit just after I moved. Around 2022, I just focused on Malice Mansion. I had Jeff and Taylor on the back burner. And then it wasn't until 2024 that I actually remade some episodes. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to let you guys know that I am back on it. Drawing Jeff and Taylor, writing Jeff and Taylor, and focusing on these 2 boys, all while working on my other comic on the side. So I'll make it work. But hey, today's gonna be, fun. It's gonna be a fun video. I'm just gonna show you guys some pictures here. Look at this lovely title card, 21st anniversary. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I love the magenta. I love the sparklings. Very cool. Okay, so let's see what Jeff and Taylor's all about right now. Okay, so here is the main poster. I think I revealed this in this channel. If not, then well, here you go. 8th grade has never been this exciting. Never. Well, it's still the tagline here, but I made this back in September of 2020, and of course some things have changed, like the character's hair. Ashley does not have this hair anymore, and Chris. A lot of their hair has been... They've all been upgraded. My art style has improved a bit. Jane's hair has changed a bit, you know. Oh, be quiet, ESPN, I'm recording. But yeah, I even got some bad guys here in the background. There's some bad guys that no longer exist, like this elf girl. I kind of excluded her out. So this poster, while it's, you know, my main poster, it's still a bit outdated, but it captures Jeff and Taylor as a whole. It's the vibe that this is going to be a grand adventure throughout their 8th grade year. And of course, around this time, around 2021 or something, I decided, maybe I should change some things with the boys, with this whole story. So I decided to remake some episodes. Actually, I made the first remake in 2020. But yeah, after that, around February 2020, I released the G Station remake. Yeah, G Station HD remake, that's what it's called, with this new cover art and everything. It's all green and a little bit of orange here. So this is where I started the soft reboot. That's right. Why did I remade this episode again? I already remade it back in 2009. Now this. Well, I kind of understood where the story was heading and what I wanted to tell. Also, the art really needed an upgrade, so yeah, this is a good reboot. You know, the remakes are just for... It's mostly because of the story. I want to connect some things. I want to add some foreshadowing to future events. You know, I've become a better storyteller at these last few years, so I wanted to show off those skills. That's why I remade these classic episodes. I even remade Race Junkies. It came out in October of 2020. So yeah, I didn't really get a chance to talk to you guys about this in this channel, but yeah, the Race Junkies remake is awesome. You know, makes a lot of sense. We even got to know Ashley's backstory a bit, and this bear is hilarious. And the interaction between the girls and the boys, you know, they're just as funny. Not as you know, sexist. You know, there's a fewer boob jokes and everything, which showed that I have matured. Let's see what's in the background here. You see Cactuan here? Cactuan and Crazy Cat wearing a green hoodie or something. I totally forgot I drew that. Here's Thanos' glove. I forgot what it's called. But it has the Infinity Stones, you know. Infinity Gauntlet, whatever. Here's a mushroom, bowling pin, A for Avengers, a gas can. Yeah, had lots of fun making all these. A WBC belt, Whizbit from Whizbit, a cheese. What is this? An AK-47? Crazy stuff in this junkyard. So yeah, I enjoyed this remake. Actually, it was the fastest I've ever made a Jeff and Taylor episode. 8 weeks. 8 friggin' weeks. Imagine if I made every episode in 8 weeks or so. Of course, with some breaks in between. That would be a miracle. I would be already in episode 30-something by now. Well, maybe not. Maybe in the 20s, but still. And of course, in November... No, it was March of 2021 that I released the Blue World remake. Look at her. Adorable. And, no, it was a much better story. You know, very emotional. You know, a lot of people love it because they love Blue. Blue is a very popular character. And here we go. I actually remade the Party Time last year. It was September of 2024 that I actually finished this. 60 pages. Lots of details. Awesome. Epic story. Much better than the original. I'll tell you what. Makes a whole lot of sense. More sense than the original. But yeah. Up until now, that episode was the oldest looking in the website, because I actually made the original back in 2007, and boy, the characters look funky. very funky, and yeah, the story was just all over the place. He even had Blue just interacting with the kids, and and she was happy and whatnot. And like, Blue does not act like that. She's a homebody. She loves to just stay at home, be away from people. So yeah, Blue was not attending the party, but she is in the episode. Here we go. Here's my newest remake that I finished a couple of months ago, around May. So yeah, this is Jane's official debut. Jeff actually meets her in this episode, interacts with her, but he's not, falling head over heels with her just yet. He's kind of interested, but he's not fully in love yet. Because Jeff and Jane's love story will be a slow burn, and they'll both be interested. It's not like the cliche boy having a crush on a girl and the girl is oblivious, so she treats him like a friend, possibly puts him in the friend zone while going out with other guys. No, Jane is not like that. I don't want to tell that story. The both of them, they're very interested in each other. Of course, Jane has her own baggage, which I'll explain in a future episode, but it has nothing to do with, no love drama, no love triangle, whatnot. It's Jeff and Taylor's not a romantic story, Jeff and Jane is the only romantic element in the whole series. Of course, there's always Chris and Mike, but yeah, that's it, really. And of course, I'm currently working on the Mall Guards remake. It is cool. It is an awesome, epic story. E.G., he changed his look. Look at that. He looks more robotic. He looks more menacing. And the boys, they have much better looking uniforms. Jane's in the background being all cute, even though she appears in only like 4 or 5 pages. And then you got the boys. I admit, my least favorite boys here, Anthony and Jerry. Not in terms of their personalities. Like, I guess I just draw them less, but I'll figure out a bigger role for them. I'm not a fan of of Taylor's brothers either, but they're still characters. But yeah. Also, the website, it got a little makeover. Here we go. Actually updated the graphics, updated the main buttons here, the links. So you go to episodes. If you want to read the remakes, they're already here. G-Station, all the way to Post Office Heist. These are the remakes. Let's go to Post Office Heist, and you click on this page, page 2, and look at that. Jane's official introduction, which looks like that one quickie, quickie number 30, 40 something. But that quickie is no longer canon. This is the canon. That's right. Let me show you. If I go to quickies, here we go. Number 34. Yeah, Q Sappy Love Song. That's But yeah, you can tell my art style has improved. Yeah, you get to see the characters, character bios. They're all looking great. I even added some new ones, and more will come. Just got to figure out how to, update this website with my new tools. I actually got a new computer around the same time I actually got done with episode 5 remake, because I just needed an upgrade. So I got new programs, so I got to learn how to code a website with that. Even Bad Guys, I even updated their thing here. E.G. looking badass. Awesome. Books. Yeah, if you want to buy a Jeff and Taylor book, here are the official ones that are canon. Volume 1. If you want to read it, click on it, and it'll take you to the Indie Planet page, and you can order it for $20. I'd say that's a fair deal. Yeah, I'll get to the volumes next, actually, because the volumes actually got their own little makeover. So here's volume 1. I just wanted to add the background characters here, and of course every volume has their own its own colored theme. Like volume 1 has always been like a golden yellow with red, always has been. So yeah, the old style, which looked like this, actually had some of these published already, but these are no longer available. But yeah, you can tell, you know, it's a bit outdated. You know, not just with the rendering and the art style, but the picture, the photograph in the back. I actually took it myself. It's a photo of downtown Seattle, but, you know, it just doesn't make sense because this takes place in Somerville, not Seattle. Of course, this outdated logo, this cringy tagline, "Holy man is finally here." Come on. Come on. And this guy, you know, back then I was going to put the running gag character of the volume just in the back, but I just wanted to, you know, change that. Just put whatever characters that made sense. And here we go. Here's volume 2, the old one. Mommy, yes. Another one? No. No one wants to call you mommy. Please. And here's Crazy Cat. Everybody loves Crazy Cat. Yeah, the rendering looks so funky here. Even the photograph looks off, like low res, whatnot. So yeah, I guess it kind of reflected on the contents of this volume, because it had the original stories, which is all, you know, funky looking, old. Yeah, here's the new one, which will be released hopefully in January. I want to get it done before, you know, my convention in Alaska, the Alaska Comic Con, which will take place February 22nd of next year. I want to get this done. I want to sell it. You know, but yeah, I actually had fun with the theme. You know, it's still red. The boys are still back to back. You know, and the background is like candy red. With the characters, the supporting characters in the back, all monochromatic. So yeah, I'm just showing off the old covers, comparing them with the new. Volume 3 is kind of, you know, it's the spooky volume, which I still kept the vibes in the new one. Volume 4, however, I don't know what I was doing. It's like, you see the boys being sick. You know, they have the cold or something. But here, I decided to do something different. I wanted to have them fall in a vortex or something. You know? Well, you got supporting characters in the back. They're falling too. The bad guys, they're having fun. Except for Mr. Johansson here. He's not having fun. He's chill. He's staying calm. He's cool under pressure. You know? And he knows he can kick anybody's ass. Because that's how he is, you know? He's the main antagonist for a reason. But yeah, you even see the weird objects in the back that you'll see in the volume. Now, episodes 10 through 12 will not be remade. There'll be a little bit of changes, a little bit of dialogue changes, just to fit with the current narrative and the character's personality and whatnot. But the art and the story will not be severely changed, so they won't be remade. So I will re-release Volume 4 with this cover and the updated dialogue. Volume 5. The boys are beaten up. Let's go crazy. Well, it is crazy, because this one, this remake, remade cover is a bit crazy. It's also a Bill and Ted homage. You know, it does not contain time travel. I just wanted to draw it, man. You know, it's fun. It's fun drawing all these bad guys surrounded, and you got the other three main characters inside the telephone booth, just having fun. Well, Maria's having fun. Cindy and David are not. Yep. And last but not least, you got Volume 6. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this. No? Goodness. Yeah, I was in a rush to make this, you know? Dare to be stupid. Yeah, this cover is stupid, you know? What's in the background? It's the capital of Helena. That's... Again, this takes place in Somerville. But at least I got the updated logo here. Yeah, man. And then here's the new Volume 6 cover. As soon as I'm done with episode 18, this would practically be done. Yeah, here we go. The boys are beaten up. Most likely by DJ here. Yes, DJ will return as a zombie. That's how he rolls. He's just scary like that, you know? So, I want to take this time to talk to you guys about the episodes. Because the episode list has been shaken up a bit now that I've gotten an idea of where I want this story to head. Jeff and Taylor episode list. That's right, you guys are looking at some top secret stuff. Yes, this is your reward for being so loyal and being so cool. You know, so keep for subscribing to me and whatnot. But yeah, of course, I got episodes 1 all the way to 17 done. Just gotta work on DJ's return. But yeah, Volume 7 right here. The School Ball, Beach Story, Double Trouble. This will be so much fun. It's the romantic episode. That's right. The School Ball, you know, the boys are, you know, they're gonna be they're gonna have like a dance, a little semi-formal dance at the school, and Jeff is looking forward to seeing Jane, you know. Beach Story. It's the obligatory fan service beach episode. That's right. You get to see your favorite Jeff and Taylor characters in their bathing suits, and that's it. You know, it's just a whole bunch of nothing, but there will be a little bit of. There's a connection between Beach Story and Double Trouble, and of course, Volume 8. This, yes, Happy Birthday Ashley and Pipe Bomb Peter actually connect to one another. It's like a three. It's like a three-parter, basically, even though it says part 1 and 2, but it does connect. Ashley's birthday. Of course, this is where things get a little bit serious. You know, right after episode 24, the boys they really got to take down Team Starhammer and just, you know, figure out what they're gonna do. So yeah, this is a big moment. Morpheus rising. Without giving away too much detail, Morpheus actually, you know, appears with the help of Team Starhammer, and then things go awry. You know, you see Principal Jacob. What's that about? Well, how did he become principal of the school? Jane's lament. What happened to her that makes her so depressed and wants to, just cry in front of her friends? And Starhammer Junior High. What happened there? Outlaws, road tripping. Yeah, episode 40. This is where a huge story arc takes place. Episodes 40 all the way to 57. Basically, the boys will be out of Somerville. Yep, just a big long road trip. But they're not alone. They have Kim, David, and Ashley with them. So yeah, it made sense. So now it makes sense for them to be in a different town. Creep Tales, that's the trilogy where they're in a different town and they're encountering a whole bunch of weird monsters. But it's all for a reason, you know. Same with Autumnburg. The boys go to Autumnburg for their little adventure here and trying to find something, trying to stop Team Starhammer. So yeah, I got a few more episodes to figure out what they're about and the title, but yeah, even the last episode, I don't know what it's gonna call. I don't know what to call it. I mean, it's gonna be a huge epilogue, but Yeah, I just don't know what it's called. And Doppelganger Gudul, you pretty much know what this will be all about. Oh, I also made a new villain, Robo-Taylor. If Jeff has an evil clone, Taylor has an evil robot. That looks just like him. Yep, so DJ and Robo-Taylor would make one heck of a deadly alliance, you know? But yeah, this is a fun lineup, you know? I was thinking about cutting it down just so I can get the whole series done, but I think I can get this done. Maybe some of the episodes will be shorter than like 40 pages or something. Maybe they'll be like 30 to 40 pages. Who knows? The way I tell stories, I like to tell it, you know, full. So they always end up between 48 to 60 pages in full color. It's no wonder I haven't gone insane, man. Don't know. So we have the episode list. So what's going on with the quickies, man? Well, I will tell you what's going on with the quickies right now. It's going through, I don't know. I was going to say development hell, but I think I figure out what I'm going to do. Because I wanted to experiment, and I decided to have like a little story arc with quickies 200 to 300. So, right here, this is where it starts. Taylor finds this little jar of dream cream. So, the whole point of dream cream is to just put it on your forehead, and then you get vivid dreams. That's it. So, Taylor, being curious, he wants to try it out. So he puts the dream cream stuff, and he starts having a dream. But he's looking into a different universe. That's right. We are looking at gender-bent Jeff and Taylor, Jenny and Trina. And I just wanted to show you guys how they live, whatnot. I'll just introduce them. They have the same friends as Jeff and Taylor, only, you know, opposite genders. Here's Cassius. And here's Joe, you know, gender bent of Jane. Which is kind of weird, you know? Whenever boys get gender bent, they look like the most feminine, sexy girls out there. But when girls get gender bent, they just look like femboys. You know, just like Joe here. Or Josie, or however you like to call him. You know, he's become very popular with some of my followers. But yeah, that's how it happens, you know. But yeah, Jenny and Trina, they're a funny duo, you know. They're not 100%, you know, goody two shoes. Like they're just like right here. They're just eating candy for free. You know, they get kicked out, even loitering in front of Daisy's lawn. Gender bent David. Jeez. Yeah, this little arc here. I just want to let you guys, you know, I want to show you guys how Jenny and Trina are living. You know, Taylor is looking into their lives, you know, subconsciously. And of course, Trina has the same kind of you know, wonder that Taylor has. She's wondering if there's a different universe out there. And of course, this is where Taylor wakes up. You know, he wakes up at 4 in the afternoon. I guess this is probably on a Saturday or Sunday. Most likely Sunday. Yep. Of course, typical quickie stuff in between. But then in number 246, I continued the story arc where Taylor gets another vivid dream with Katie Knight. You get the reference, you get it. You know, it's nice. It's hot. So Cassie teases him, and then Taylor wants to do another experiment with the dream cream stuff. He wants to. He's heard that when two people sleep, you know, near each other, and they both have the dream cream stuff, they have the same exact dream. So they do experiment with this one night, right here, and they have an epic dream. Now, this quickie here was made in February of 2021, and then I didn't continue until earlier this year. Why did it take me 4 years to continue this? Well, 1, burnout, and 2, I written myself into a corner. I had writer's block because I had a whole bunch of different ideas about what they're dreaming about. At first, I wanted to have a fan art contest where people submit their own quickies and the boys are dreaming those, and then they wake up. But then I didn't get enough submissions, and then I just canceled that. And then I was gonna draw them just having goofy dreams, like weird fever dream-like, instances that did not make sense at all. And then they wake up and then they're like, oh my, that's so cool, whatnot. And then that didn't work because I don't want to write nonsense. Some weird stuff. People will think it's AI generated. No, I do not touch AI at all. So I was stuck, stuck for years, and then I just focused on my own thing, just taking a break. And then it just hit me. I was looking at my older Jeff and Taylor episodes, especially episode 10, Ancient Geeks, and I was like, that would be nice to actually revisit Jefficus and Talos again. Just where? And then I got the idea. Oh, I'll just draw them in the dream. It makes sense. If the boys are going to dress up like epic vampire hunters and Greek soldiers, then why not happen in a dream? Anything can happen there. So here we go. In January 2nd, 2025, I released Castlemania. That's right, it is the return of Jefficus and Talos, and they're in a Castlevania game. This is a big homage. Quickie book number 3 will basically be an homage to the Castlevania games. You see, I have fun drawing these monsters, You got this Wojak meme. You got Uncanny Mr. Incredible. You got the KKK spyware puppet. You got Fred Carlton, Vosh, this lizard ninja guy, and this creepy girl that kind of looks like Ghost Girl, but she's not. She's like an evil version of Eleanor or something, and she kind of looks like Momo, that one creepy meme that I hate. So yeah, I figured this would be a fun way to make some jokes and have some adventures, Even some throwbacks. You see the chaotic crew here? Even the return of Bird Jennifer. She's back, and she gets stabbed by a knife here. And of course, this I hate this joke. I'm gonna rewrite it to a better punchline. But yeah, they meet up with Dracula, and that's DJ. Why are they dreaming about DJ as Dracula? Well, DJ at this point is their most terrifying villain, so it makes sense for them to dream about DJ like that. And look at this guy. The guy that appears in everybody's dream, supposedly, is here. So, and yeah, I even added a Simpsons joke. One of my favorite ones. So why not? Thump. One of my favorite running gags in Jeff and Taylor. I love it. And then I just stopped right there. At first, they were gonna wake up and then be like, oh, what was that all about? We better interpret our dream and do this again. And then all hell breaks loose. But I decided, why not continue? Why not continue it, this dream here? And have Jenny and Trina come along. Join the ride. And the boys meet their gender bend selves in this dream. So I thought it'd be fun. So I will continue this story, and we will see some updates in January. But it led me to finish this. Just in time for the 21st anniversary, I got the official cover for Jeff and Taylor Quickies number 3, Dreamscape Escapades. Running down a dream. What is a dream? It's a question that has plagued mankind for centuries. Are you looking for the answer? Well, this book doesn't have it. However, you may get closer to enlightenment by reading the weird misadventures of Jeff, Taylor, and their gender-bent counterparts, Jenny and Trina, as they experiment with this strange product called Dream Cream that allows the wearer to get vivid dreams and experience alternate universes. What could possibly go wrong? It's either real or it's a dream. There's nothing that is in between. JeffandTaylorComic.com. Yeah, it is epic. An epic dream starring epic teens. That's right. Okay, so here's the full cover. I wanted to have the boys in their dream-like universe here. They're just puzzled by the Dream Cream stuff. Like, what's in it? You see some ghosts, and you see Jenny and Trina in their little epic uniforms. You know, looking badass and cute. Even Crazy Cat is here. He appears in all my covers. And you see DJ's Castlevania-like castle. That's right. The backwards number 4 is his symbol. You know, even right here. Even on the tippy top right here, you see the backwards 4. I had fun. I had so much fun drawing this out. You can tell. And you got the supporting characters just looking at this dream. They'll be like, what's going on? What are these boys doing? Well, Jane is admiring them. Maria, confused. Cindy is like, over it. David is like, whatever. Blue, she's like, I don't want to be here. Cassie's making fun of them. Kim is surprised. Strawman's here because it's a quickie book. He's always here. I'm kind of stuck with his little story arc. I don't know what to do with him. And of course the Western Girls, because they're also main characters and they just want to be here. They're having a good time. So what's in the background here? Well, we got Dracula DJ just, you know, laughing, having a good time, and you got his lackeys, his compadres. There you see that evil ghost girl here. You got a skeleton. Fred Carlton again. Yeah, a mummy. Frankenstein's monster that looks like the Alaska governor. Just saying. Slogra from Castlevania. Because, you know, he's a cool boss, and just a little homage. I just want to draw him because he's so cool, you know. Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer's here. Good lord. Captain Starla's here, but as a little wizard, witch-like creature. She actually does some stuff to the boys, but she's not looking menacing at all. She is staring right at David here, because that's how Captain Starla is. She's infatuating with the man. Infatuated. Crazy girl. Speaking of crazy girls, here's Evil Cassidy. That's right. It may look like a different character, but it's actually Cassidy, and you'll see her. Here's an emu. Just an emu. We'll see the emu. But here's a Samdusa. Just a floating Samdusa head. You know, a little shout out to those punk-ass Medusa heads in the game. You know, those Castlevania games, man. A mud monster with stitched eyes. Here's the Russian Experiment. Smile Dog. Ben Drowned. And an unbaptized baby. All the good stuff that you'll find in DJ's Castle. I had lots of fun with this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching this video, and hope you understand why it took me so long to get some quickies out and to get some new episodes thought of. But you know, good things take time, and sometimes you need breaks. You know, I'm not a machine. I am a human, believe it or not. And well, I still have fun making Jeff and Taylor. You know, breaks are a good thing. If it wasn't for this break, I wouldn't have thought of this cool story arc. So there you have it. I'm looking forward to releasing this book next year, along with Volume 2. So yeah, 2026. I'm looking to make it an epic year for Jeff and Taylor. And I will upload more stuff in this channel. Character description videos. More tutorials. some weird facts about Jeff and Taylor episodes, I want to point out some Easter eggs, have some fun. And whatever you guys suggest that I should do in this channel, I'm all ears, It's good to be back uploading here. And of course, I'll upload this in my other channel, my main channel. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for watching this video. 21 years of Jeff and Taylor. What a time to be alive. Alright guys. JFM out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Alright. Bye-bye.